All right. Okay. Hello. This is Michael Thorpe. We're doing the middle-aged adult group. And my husband, or Michael Thorpe, he's 47. And I'm going to get going on the first question here. And that's an Erickson psychological stage theory. Number one is, how often do you connect to friends?
I would say definitely weekly.
I say weekly. Sorry, this is not about me. I'm sorry. Okay. 2, do you want to accomplish anything today?
As in with this, or just anything that I want to accomplish?
Anything you want to accomplish today?
I think every day I have goals that I want to accomplish, be it with the business or personal. Yeah, definitely. I would definitely like to accomplish something today, for sure.
Okay, so number 3, how do you spend most of your free time?
I would say watching sports, definitely some type of TV interactions. Free time not associated with work would be spending time with my family, and just trying to be comfortable, I'd say.
Okay. And then the last question from me is number 4, what will you do when you retire?
I would like to travel with my wife.
Great.
Yeah.
Great answer. All right. My questioning is done.
All right, so continuing on with Erickson's psychosocial stage theory, question number 5, are you currently happy right now with your present phase of life?
Yes, I think I've put a lot of hard work into a business, and to be where I am right now, I'm definitely happy. I'm fairly content.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Number 6, is there anything from your past that you would like to change?
It's hard to go down that road, because I think everything you learn from your past, be it bad or good, makes you who you are. So, there's definitely some things that I would like to change, but I don't put too much thought into it. I think it made me stronger in who I am. So not really.
Okay, yeah. And then number 7, do you look forward to anything in the future?
I look forward to seeing where our business grows. I look forward to traveling and getting to the point that we're always trying to strive for. I don't know if it's going to be ever good enough, but I know that those are the things I look forward to, or seeing where a business goes, and being able to take a breath and, hopefully travel and kind of look back and be proud of what we've accomplished.
Okay, yeah, for sure. That sounds fun. Yeah. Last question from the stage there. Do you feel like you need to accomplish anything more in your life?
I think being in business and somewhat entrepreneurial, you always try to strive for more. You always try to accomplish more. There's always more on the plate, be it in business or, your personal life. But yeah, I'm definitely always trying to accomplish more. I am. Short answer. I am.
All right. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Ms. Latrice. And so we're going to shift some of the questioning in regards to your participation with fandom for the infamous 49ers and how that has been for you in the experience. And so the first question is, with the lack of understanding of football in your youth, now that you're older, do you feel your team has a fair advantage with the officials, being that your team is a premier organization?
I think so. I mean, I think it's all, I would say if my team has a fair advantage, I think it's fair. You're always going to get a bad call here and there, but I think for the most part, it's even killed. I mean, you rarely see it ganged up on one side. Sometimes you get a call that goes your way and you're pretty excited about it and you kind of look the other way, but you always remember the ones you didn't get. But I think it's pretty fair.
Okay, wonderful. And when watching your team, do you find yourself emotionally or mentally upset at a challenge, such as a play that you feel was fairly called, but then the other team might challenge it? Do you feel that sometimes your team is unfairly handled?
Let's see, watching your favorite team, do you feel emotionally or mentally upset at a challenge? Yes, I feel very upset when it doesn't go the way it should go. With technology, how it is, and you see something clear as day, and if they overrule something else, I don't understand. I get pretty upset. Yeah, definitely. And I'm very passionate about them being the 49ers.
Wonderful. Then that actually segues into the next question. After a touchdown, do you find yourself yelling loudly at the television in excitement, or do you celebrate silently?
Oh boy, that's a really good question. I would say for the most part, I'm pretty low key. I don't get too excited either way. I just don't show it. I think when I'm by myself, I'm watching a game, I will get a little more razzed than if I'm with somebody else. I definitely tend to celebrate kind of under my breath, like, with a fist, like, oh, I got it. But there are times that I do, the bigger the game, the bigger the kind of the shout. Yeah, there are definitely times. But, I'm not one to just be a loudmouth and blah, blah, blah. I get pretty passionate, but it really depends. As the games progress and they get into the playoffs and Super Bowl, yeah, that's when I get a little more vocal.
Okay. And then have you ever found yourself upset from a game to the point where it's prompted you to verbalize your frustrations via social media to the team?
No, I don't do the social media thing with that. I don't shit talk. I don't go that route and razz anybody else. I'm pretty low key off of it.
Coach
Now,
Carroll.
what's that?
Carroll.
Yeah, well, yeah. So there was one that it was, I don't know, probably 8, 9. It was Seattle Seahawks, who I really can't stand. I hate them. And their coach called a really stupid play, and they blew the Super Bowl against the Patriots. And I put that on social media as his face. I took a picture of his face on the TV and put that out, like, oh, I love this moment. But that was something that it was probably terrible and it's not good, but I did that. For the most part with the Niners, I don't, because I know I don't like it, when that happens and my team loses, I don't want to hear all the crap. That makes sense. So I just kind of stay away from social media on that.
Right. So that would imply that in the extreme duress situation, you may or may not possibly post something about your team and the outcome.
Yeah, I mean, even opening day and the game, there's still 17 more games to go. I don't really get too excited about it. In Super Bowl, I mean, I would be more or less, hey, I'm going, go Niners, that kind of a thing. But as far as the game and the results, I don't post with social media.
Okay, great. Well, that was it for my line of questioning. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, so this is Maricela, and still continuing on with Piaget's cognitive stage theory. In a clutch moment, as your team is about to score a touchdown, do you find that your fists may be clenched or any physical response to anxiety? If so, do you find yourself having the same response when blocked in the attempt of a touchdown?
Yeah, I would say both ways. I definitely, heart rate goes up, fists get clenched. You get to the point that you're very, very passionate about the sport, the team, and being a fan for as long as I can remember. I definitely have a hard time not showing my I guess I don't even know how to the way I handle it. I can't, just kind of, I don't know. It's really hard to think about. Let me think. I don't I play, it really depends on where I'm at. If I'm at home, and I definitely get more verbal and more into it than if I'm at a game or at a bar. You have to kind of reserve a little bit. You find some other fans to congratulate or whatever. But let's see, what was it? The Finns? Yeah, I definitely get, it really hurts and it makes me feel a lot of emotions. So either good or bad.
Okay.
Good way to put it.
Question number 6. Have you ever hugged a random stranger at a game in the moment of excitement?
Yes, quite often. The last time was at the NFC Championship game in LA. I went and I didn't know anybody. Other friends were across the stadium, and I was definitely high-fiving, hugging, when plays would go our way. So yeah, absolutely.
In a opposing team's arena.
Yeah, but but that doesn't necessarily go the other way with ever getting physical with somebody else who's maybe a fan of the other team. So it's more the positive side. I celebrate with my people, and you're hugging, and all these emotions are coming out, but I don't display the opposite side of that, angst or getting mad at somebody to where I'm physical with them.
Okay. Now we'll be continuing into Bronfenbrenner's ecological systems theory. So the first question is, how do you feel your friends or family played a part in selecting your sports team?
We as a family had season tickets or were part of them for the Niner games at 79, 80. So 80 we did. I was 6 years old. So that played a huge role going to the games with my father and brother. I would say that was the first memory that I have of football, is actually being at the game. And then at that age, you have a hard time really paying attention to what's going on. But that when you hear about them on TV or you feel it later, that it created a bond and there's some kind of a special feeling.
All right. Question number 2. Was there a rival team that influenced your decision on being a fan of that particular sports team?
My brother was a Raider fan. I'm a 49er fan. They play each other once every year. They're not in the same division, but everybody thinks they're rivals. And so that's just kind of how it is. They're not really true rivals. They are close to each other in proximity, or they used to be. So I have always been the one that could vote for both or root for both teams, just because of my brother being a fan. But I don't think I've ever did it just to get away, to show face or prove somebody wrong by saying your team sucks, so I'm going to vote for this other team or root for this other team. No, I don't think that really influenced me at all.
Okay, well, that was all my questions. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Hi, Michael. My name is Janella.
Hello.
Continuing to the questions, when you attended your first 49er games, did you feel a sense of belonging? Also, was the connection to the team immediate?
I would say it's really hard to go that route because I was so young. I think it's more or less being with my family, created the bond. You knew that it felt good just because of them. I mean, and then after that, you start associating those feelings, I believe, with the team. So it was all this very positive influence. I think, it could have really been any team, and how do you really know, and this and that. But once you do it, you associate that with family, the celebrations. There were games we would watch on TV. There were a lot of Super Bowls during that decade. So they were on quite a bit, very popular. It felt good every time, even more and more and more, but I associated that with my family. So now I definitely feel a bond with the team.
All right, thank you. Next question. When you saw how large the fan base was for your team, did that solidify your decision to remain a fan even after a tough loss?
That's a tough one. I mean, we're in the Bay Area, you think of New York and a lot of these other places having all this big fan base. You don't realize that at my age, being 6, 7 years old. I think that those things are really tough. I mean, now more so with social media, I would imagine as being a lot, people being more knowledgeable, that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
at that age and with me, no, it didn't have anything to do with the fan base. You just had a good time at the stadium, but it was also family.
Thank you. And the last question is, after such a huge loss that impact your team, not going to the Super Bowl, did that in a way make you consider being a fan afterwards?
You get to the point that they say you bleed that color, I bleed while it's red. So, I mean, it's really hard to say that, but you're like a Giants fan or a fan of a blue team, you bleed blue, that's a saying. So I am with them. I mean, it's been, what are we in our fifth decade, 80s, 90s. So at this point, I'm, what do they say, ride or die? I'm definitely all about the 49ers. It wouldn't matter what they did to get that, to nothing really could lessen my fandom.
All right. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
All right, that concludes our questioning. Do we have anything else that we want to add or ask? I think we're good, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we're
think
good
we're
on
good.
this.
Everything's good.
I just wanted to say thank you, Michael, for your time.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank
Awesome.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
You.
That was a
You guys
wonderful, excellent interview.
We
You
appreciate it.
guys made it so easy. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Awesome.
Namaste.
Oh
my God.